What's going on, everyone? Triple Crown 24 back with a very special TTM recap episode today. It is episode number 50 in the series, and I saved this return just for this episode. Kind of went out of my chronological order I've been doing, just because I thought this one was pretty special. First of all, thank you guys so much for helping me reach 50 episodes in the TTM series. If nobody watched these, I would not continue to do them, and they're some of the most popular videos I've put out on this channel. So thank you so much for following along. This is a football return today, and as you can see, it took quite a minute. Now, the first sign of it for me was just the way that I wrote my name on it. The second one is these 2016 Forever stamps that I used a long time ago, back in late summer, early fall of 2017. I sent this one out back on September 3rd, and then I got this one back in, that was 2017, and then I got this one back in, I believe, the start of October. And I've been saving it just for this episode 50 just because I thought it was really, really cool. It's one of my favorite returns I've ever gotten. So it's number 148 on the year for me, number 207, 208. It's a 2 of 1, took 393 days to come back. And I could even possibly consider it a 3 of 1. So without showing it inside really quick, here's a look at the envelope, and you can see it is pretty thick. So there is more than just a card in here, the one card that I sent. So there's actually a lot of stuff, and you open it up and you go, oh, wow. So the first thing is to show off who the player is. It is Sean Alexander. So I get the card back, my card back like this. This is the one I sent. It says 2007 Upper Deck. This is obviously before Classics this year came out. Otherwise, I would have got it on the 2018 Classics. But one of my favorite all-time running backs, he was really prolific in the league when I first really got into watching NFL football. So you can see there, and it's in this penny sleeve. I never sent penny sleeves, so that was really cool he did that. And I look on the back, and I'm like, oh, well, what is this? I do not remember sending this card, and I didn't have it documented. That's not the back of an Upper Deck card, and he sent this extra one. Now, I don't know if this is one that someone else sent to him, or if it is, just something that he threw in on his own, but I'm very happy for it. It's this EX card. I don't know exactly what this is. I'm not very familiar with this product, but you can see it's kind of got like the old school Seahawks logo, so it kind of looks like it might be something out of the late 90s. Let me double check on the back. It's inscribed with looks like a little Bible verse down below. See, it's 2001 Fleer. There you go. I did not notice that the first time. So this is, this might be like a second year card of him, I want to say. Yeah, he was drafted in the first round in 2000, so this will be a second year card. He looks pretty young in this photo too. So really happy that I got these two cards back signed. You saw how thick that envelope was. It does not stop there. So I also get back this really cool, if I can get, I'll set these aside and put them in the sleeve a little bit later. This pretty cool pamphlet. So here he is on the front, Sean Alexander. Can open up inside. See, it says the man with the smile, be angry, be cocky, be defiant. And it's a little pamphlet about him. This little smiling but serious attitude. It's kind of a religious pamphlet, so I will not, and it's lengthy, so I will not read all of it here, but you can pause the video, and I'll start over here. So if you want to pause the video at any point and just kind of read it on your own time, go ahead. It's pretty cool. Kind of tells a little bit about his career and some of his perspectives. Going beyond predictions there, pretty cool thing. And here's the back of it. It's like a little booklet here. See, there's some Bible verses over there as well. So this is really cool. Anytime that, I don't really talk about religion too much with players, but anytime that I get any of this stuff back, it's pretty cool and gives me some more perspective on them. And Alexander, who is already one of my favorite players, even more information on him, which is really cool. And then it did not stop there. I also got back this piece of paper, and I'll read part of it. So it's got his self-promotion up there, and you can see it's his little finish the game thing up top. So reading this letter really quick, I'll read it really quick. It says, thanks for being a fan over the years. A lot of people that send autograph requests make a donation. So it talks about his foundation. He lost one of his daughters actually when she was 70 days old, said in the letter here. So it helps families who have lost, infants who have died within their infant stages, which is very respectable. I've I've noticed this trend a lot in athletics, and I think it just is a general reflection of society. Not to get into like sociology here, but a lot of players who open up these foundations or open up these charitable organizations mostly are working towards causes that have personally impacted them or someone that they know or loved. So there's a lot of really good activism in the NFL amongst current and former players, and this is really cool to see because I don't know if I've ever seen a charitable foundation that is more directed towards infant mortality type of issues. So this is just where to mail his stuff to. This one really stood out to me here. It says, over the years, I've had many people ask me about sports, family, and life. My wife and I have created a new website to answer questions about family as we are going through our adventure of raising 9 kids. So that is, I could not imagine that. It takes a special kind of person with a lot of patience, I think, to raise 9 kids. So that's awesome. And he has a little website here. Talks about his podcast, and then how you can, learn a little bit more about him. And then I believe he wrote a book at some point, but it's not promoted in here. I might be wrong about that. So it says, thanks again. And then the letter is signed by him. It matches the signature of the cards as well. So that's why I say it is signed. I'm not 100% sure that it's not a secretarial or this is something that is done by someone else. But it does, like I said, it does match the handwriting and the signatures on the other cards. So I believe that this is also his autograph. So I guess technically this could be a 3 of 1 success. But I'm going to keep it at a 2 of 1 just because it was the 2 cards signed. So this is really cool. This is why I do the TTMs is that, I could go on eBay and buy a Sean Alexander autograph for a fairly reasonable price. But, writing to the players and getting all this stuff back, it's not like, it's not a personalized letter I know or anything, but it is really cool to get back like all that information. I got back an extra card from him. And this is, a very high-profile athlete. He's a former NFL MVP. It's not just like he was, some Lions running back for a few years. Not that would, anyone who makes it to the NFL, that's a remarkable feat. But this is a guy who really even excelled at the NFL level. So I was super happy with this return. This is definitely up there with like my Whit Merrifield return, my Peyton Manning return. One of my favorites. I would say this probably a top 3 TTM success for me just because of the player, because of what I got back with it, and just, how long it took as well. That's once you get past that year-long mark, you're not really sure if they're going to come back or not. That's usually the time where I kind of, wave the white flag and say, okay, well, it's probably not coming back at this point. But what do you know? You can never give up on it. 393 days later, Sean Alexander, 2 of 1 success. So let me know what you guys think down below. What has been your favorite success so far in the TTM series amongst the 50 episodes that we have done? And who's someone that you want to see me send off to at some point? Just kind of curious. Maybe that you guys will give me an idea of another player who I should try TTM if I haven't done so already. So thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. Thank you guys so much for following the series in general, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.